Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. In today's video we are going to be doing the 11th half annual collection video. We do one of these every May and November of every year, so this is the November 2020 collection video. We have a ton of planes in this video. We have a record-breaking number of aircraft, as you would expect. I did my counting and we currently have 238 aircraft in this collection video. However, I do actually have an excess of 240 models. The reason why I don't have all of them in this video is simply because of unboxings. As you know, I do an unboxing every Tuesday, and we actually have quite a few unboxings actually backlogged at the moment, so I don't want to reveal what those aircraft are just yet. I've actually kept them downstairs, and then of course as soon as I've done the unboxing, released it anyway, I will include them in any future kind of collection videos. I do also have multiple boxes down here that do still need to be opened. They're from the aircraft model store. I believe they're the new NG ones and some other quite rare Gemini ones as well. And so of course I will have an unboxing of those aircraft coming over the next couple of weeks. But without further ado, I guess we're just going to jump straight into this. So we're going to start off down here with the classic United Express Dash 8-200. Then following that we have another United Express Dash 8-200. These were retired in January 2018, so these aren't actually in operation anymore. An aircraft that is still in operation, we have a United Express CRJ 550. We have another two United Express CRJ 550s. Moving back to the old livery now, we have a United Express E170. We have another E170. Then here we have an E175 from United Express, also in the old livery. Another one here, and then we have the new livery E175. So we have three of them in total. A funny thing about these, as I'm sure you're aware, these old livery ones, these are actually SkyWest E175s, and these new livery ones are ExpressJet. Now ExpressJet have actually ceased operations over the coronavirus period, so these old livery ones are actually more realistic, which is quite funny. Moving on to the main lines now, of course the massive fleet of A319s. We have the two Panda models A319s, and then we have the four Gemini Jets ones. The way you can tell the difference is, as you can see, the wings are actually slightly different colors, but apart from that they're pretty much the same. As I said, we have the four United A319s, and then we have the two old livery United A320s. I'm waiting for the new livery A320s. I'm going to probably buy a few of them. Can't wait for them to come out. Then we move on to the Boeing mainline fleets. We have the Boeing 737-800. We have two of them in the old livery. Then we have the new livery aircraft. We have three of the Gemini Jets new livery 737-800s. We do have some of the NG ones on the way, so you can expect this fleet to increase by quite a bit. Then we have the last 737-800. We have a Star Alliance 737-800. Moving next to that, we have a United 737-900. This is my first United narrowbody aircraft that I ever got. This is the really old one. I can't remember what year it's from, but I believe it's something like 2013, something like that. Then we have another United 737-900. This one is in the Eco Skies livery. I would love to see a regular 737-900 be released again. That's something we haven't had. We haven't had it in the old livery or the new livery, so I would love to see that be released. One with scimitars, of course. And then moving on to the final 737, we have a MAX 9 737. Of course, these have just been recertified, and so I can't wait to see these in the air pretty soon. Moving on to the last of the narrow bodies here, we have an old livery 757-200 here. We have the gorgeous Herat here aircraft. These are amazing liveries. We have the New York one here, and we have the, I believe this is the San Francisco or California one here. These are some of my favorites in my entire collection. I really highly recommend these. However, they are pretty rare. Then finally here for the narrow bodies, we have a 757-300 in the old livery. Moving on to the wide bodies now, here we have a United 747-400 in the old livery. Of course, these are a relic of the past now, which is super sad, but there we go. Then moving back here, we can go to the United 767-300 in the old livery here. We've got two of the brand new Gemini Jets ones in the new livery, the 767-300. These look really good. Gemini Jets did a really good job on these. Then we have the older United 787-8. This is a pretty good model, pretty good mold. This is the original mold of the 787. And then here we have the NG 787-9 in the new livery. The NG 787-10 in the new livery. I believe I have the Gemini versions of these on the way at the moment. I can't exactly remember. I believe I've got the -10. I'm not sure about the -9. I think I ordered that. I'm not really sure. Then here finally we have the -10, the 787-10 in the old livery. Moving back here we have the 777s, of course. We have 2 of the old livery 777-200 ERs, and then we have 2 of the new livery 777-200s. These are the non-ER variants. These are the ER variants. There's only a slight difference in the design, but yeah, that's pretty cool to see. And then here, finishing off the United wide bodies here, we have the old livery 777-300ER and the new livery 777-300ER. Starting off back down here with some Eagle aircraft, we have the American Eagle aircraft. Here we have 2 CRJ-200s from American Eagle. One of these did break, as you can see. This actually broke just as I was putting these aircraft down on the board. I typically don't include broken aircraft in these videos, but I decided to include this one just because it just broke, and it is a fixable thing, so I'm going to get this back in the fleet pretty soon. Then here we have the American Eagle CRJ-700. This is an amazing mold, the same mold as the 550 here, an amazing mold. The Delta CRJ-700 that was released, that's not a good mold at all. Then moving on here, we have 2 American Eagle E175s. These are also very, very nice aircraft from Gemini Jets. Not a particularly very nice aircraft from Gemini Jets. We have the American A320. The color is drastically off. I usually don't complain about color, but with this one I am going to. Then here we have the American One World 737-800 and the American 737 MAX 8 aircraft. I do have a regular livery 737-800, however that one is currently broken. It is a fixable breakage, however, so I am expecting to get that back into the collection pretty soon. Then here we have the A321. This is the 2014 version, I'm pretty sure. And then moving next to that, we have the last of the new liveries. We have the Boeing 757-200. Then we have another 757-200. This one is in the chrome livery, and then we have another 757-200. This is in the chrome One World livery. And then just here concluding American Airlines, we have the American Chrome MD-83. Moving on here, we have some new additions to the collection this year. We have 2 Spirit A321s. We have the Gemini version on the left and the NG version on the right. These are both very, very nice models. Then we have the JetBlue fleet here. Of course, it's upgraded from just this A320. Here we have an A320, and then we have 2 A321s. This fleet is expected to grow this year. I do have an A321neo on the way, and of course I'm expecting to get the A220 and maybe an E190 this year as well, so we can expect to see the JetBlue fleet grow. Moving on to Sun Country now, we have a Sun Country 737-800 in the old livery, a Sun Country 737-800 in the new livery. Moving on to Frontier, we have an A320 and an A320neo. Next, moving on to the Delta fleet, here we have a Delta Connection CRJ-200, we have a Delta 717 here we have a Delta MD-90, Delta A220-200, Delta 737-900, the brand new NG Delta A321, the Delta 757-200 without winglets, then we have the Delta 757-200 with winglets. This is another fleet that you can expect to see grow this year. I know I keep on saying this every year for Delta, but I can specifically say for this year I do actually have 3 more Delta aircraft currently on order, so it's definitely going to grow by 3, but probably more than that in the future. We'll see what aircraft from Delta are released this year. Then moving on to Southwest. I really like Southwest. Of course, I have quite a few of them for Baltimore. Here we have 2 Canyon Blue 737-700s. One of these is a new edition. I believe it's this one, slightly darker. I believe this one was released earlier, I believe 2008. And then this one was 2014. I'm not sure about that one though. Here we have the 2 NG 737-800s in the Canyon Blues. We have the one without scimitars and then the one with scimitars. Moving on to the Heart liveries here. Here we have a 737-700. We have 2 of the NG Dash 800, the NG ones that is. Then here we have the Gemini Jets Max 8. Then moving on to the state liveries, here we have the Colorado 1 737-700. We have the Triple Crown 1 737-700. We have the Tennessee 1 737-700 and the Florida 1 737-700 as well. Then we have another 737-700 here. This is the Boeing Business Jet 737-700. And then moving back all the way down here, we can start with the Canadian Airlines. Here we have a Porter Q400 in a special celebratory livery, and I'm hoping to get a regular Q400 from Porter sometime in the future. Then here we have an Air Canada Express CRJ 200, Air Canada Express CRJ 900, Air Canada Express E175, Air Canada 737 MAX 8, Air Canada A321. Moving on to Alaska now, here we have an Alaska Air Cargo 737-400F. Then we have an Alaska Salmon 30 Salmon 737-800, an Alaska A320, an Alaska 737-800, and an Alaska A321 Neo. Moving on to the Iceland aircraft, here we have a WOW Air A321 Neo. We have an Iceland Air 737 MAX 8, an Iceland Air 757-200. These are the only Iceland Air aircraft I have in the regular livery. Then here we have a National Geographic 757-200. Although this is a National Geographic aircraft, this is operated by Iceland Air, so that's why it's in with the Iceland Air aircraft. We have the Iceland Air 757-200 in the Heckler Aurora livery. Then we have the Iceland Air 757-200 in the 75th anniversary livery. Then here we have the Iceland Air 757-300 in the celebratory 100-year anniversary livery for the independence for Iceland. Then next to that we have an Omni Air International Boeing 757-200. We have a Four Seasons 757-200, and finally here a Wizz Air A321. Moving back to the Central American aircraft, here we have a Volaris A320 Neo. Then we have a Copa Airlines 737-800, an Aeromexico 737-800, Avianca A321, this one is a custom. And then we move on to my growing British Airways fleet. Here we have two British Airways 737-200s in the Utopia liveries. Then we have a British Airways A321, this is the really good mold version. Then we have the NG British Airways 757-200, this is the retirement 2010 livery, the regular livery in other words. Then we've got the British Airways 757-200 in the Chelsea Rose livery, the British Airways 757-200 in the Scottish Tartan livery, the British Airways 757-200 in the Blue Pool livery. Then we have the British Airways 767-300ER. Then we have the British Airways 787-8, the British Airways 787-9, British Airways 787-10, another British Airways 787-10. We have the 777-200ER, the 777-300ER. We have the A350-1000. We have another A350-1000. Then we move on to the 747s. We have the regular livery, 747-400. The One World livery 747-400, we have the Negus livery 747-400, the Landor livery 747-400. Then moving back here we have the Chelsea Rose British Asia Airways 747-400, and we have the British Airways A380 in the GXLEI registration. And then next here with some of British Airways' IAG partners, we have an Aer Lingus A321 Neo. We have an Aer Lingus A330-200 in the old livery, an A330-300 in the new livery. Next here we have a Lufthansa A330-300 in the new livery. We've got a Lufthansa A350-900 in the new livery, Lufthansa A340-600, Lufthansa 747-400 in the old livery, Lufthansa 747-400 in the new livery. Then next here we have a Lufthansa 747-8i in the new livery. Here we have a KLM A330-300, a KLM 787-9, Scandinavian A330-300, Scandinavian in the new livery, A350-900, Finnair One World A350-900, Swiss A330-300, Austrian 767-300, Austrian 777-200, Brussels Airlines A330-300, and then we've covered them, so I'm going to go back to the start here. Next here we have the two Concords. We have the British Airways Concorde and the Air France Concorde. Then we have the Air France A340-300, the Air France A350-900, Air France 777-200ER, Air France 777-300ER, and the Air France A380. Next to that here we have a Virgin Atlantic A330-300, a Virgin Atlantic 747-400, Alitalia A330-200, TAP Portugal A330-200, Aeroflot A330-300, Turkish Airlines A330-200 there. Then we have a Turkish Airlines 787-9 Dreamliner. We have an El Al 747-400. Then next to him here we have an Ethiopian 777-200 LR. This is my first 777-200 LR in my fleet. Then we have an Ethiopian 787-8. We have a Royal Air Maroc 787-8, a Royal Air Maroc 787-9. Here we have an Egypt Air 787-9, South African A330-300, South African A350-900. Here we have the South African A340-600. Then here we have the Avianca A330-200, the Hawaiian A330-200. We have the Air New Zealand 747-400, the ANA 777-200, the ANA 777-300. The Saudi Arabian 777-300, these are all ER variants. We have the Qatar One World 777-300, the Air China 777-300, the Air India 777-300, the Korean Air 777-300, this is the non-ER variants. We have an Emirates 777-300ER, an Emirates A380, and then we have a Cathay Pacific A350-1000, an Etihad 787-9, and an Air Koryo IL-62M. Then moving from passenger to cargo, here we have an Atlas Air Boeing 747-8F. This is in the open configuration, all of these are, to be fair. Here we have a Cargolux 747-8F. We have an Airbridge Cargo 747-8F. We have a Polar Air Cargo 747-8F. The Antonov 225. Then next to him, here we have the UPS 747-400F. We have the UPS 767-300, the FedEx 767-300, the FedEx 757-200, DHL 757-200, and the Aerosecure Columbia 727. Not only am I going to show you my 1 to 400 collection, but I'm also going to show you my 1 to 200 collection as well, which has grown over this year. Here we have two of them. On the left there we have a United 727 in the Stars and Bars livery. Then on the right there we have a United Express E170 in the blue tulip livery. Next up here, this is my British Airways cabinet. This is where I usually keep all of my 1 to 400 aircraft as well, my British Airways ones at least. But here we have my 1 to 200 British Airways aircraft. Here we have the Landor livery 747-400. We have the Negus livery 747-400 and the BOAC 747-400 as well, including my BEA A319. And finally, last but not least, in this cabinet anyway, we have the 1 to 200 Gemini 200 British Airways A380 with the registration of GXLEC. And even with that being said, we're still not done. As I couldn't fit all of my aircraft onto that one board, I've actually put all of my military aircraft on this shelf, as well as some more 1 to 200s as well. Starting off here, we have a United States Air Force C5 Super Galaxy. Next here we have two, in fact, we have two United States Air Force C-17s. Next here we have a People's Liberation Army Air Force Y-20, that's China by the way. Then we have a Royal Air Force A400M. We have a Royal Air Force C-130, a Royal Netherlands Air Force C-130. Next here we have a Hawaiian USAF KC-135. Then we have an Arizona USAF KC-135 as well. We have a Royal Air Force C-1K, also known as the VC-10. We have another one of those. Then we have four F-117s here, Nighthawks. Then here we have 1 to 200 aircraft. We have the Royal Air Force Vespina A330 MRTT here in the new kind of Union Jack livery. I do have one of them in 1 to 400 currently on the way from NG Models. And then here we have a 1 to 200 Royal Australian Air Force F-35 Lightning II-B. Then that's not even it. We're moving up here now. We have a United States Air Force E-4B Doomsday aircraft. Here we have a German Deutschland A350 900. We have a Turkish government A330-200, a Royal Air Force A330-200 MRTT Voyager. Then here we have a Royal New Zealand Air Force 757-200, an Omega tanker 707. Then here we have a United States Navy P-8 Poseidon. We have the USAF B-1, USAF B-2, and then we have the VSS Unity, which is the Virgin Galactic aircraft. And finally, last but not least, we have this 1 to 72 scale F-15 Strike Eagle. But yeah, that does conclude my entire 1 to 200 and 1 to 400 collection. As I said, this is constantly growing. 2020 in particular, I've had a little bit more money to spend on models, as I haven't had anything else like trips to spend any money on, so it's pretty much all gone to models at this point, which is why we've had such a rapid growth in the collection here. I've just realized this Florida one is okay. That's unfortunate. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. I love making these videos. They're just so nice to make. I love kind of reflecting on all the aircraft I've bought over the past 6 months. But yeah, I hope you did enjoy this video. I personally love just every 6 months kind of putting all these aircraft out on the table and just gazing at all the aircraft I've managed to collect over the past 6 months. I love my collection. I wouldn't trade it for any other collection in the world. Every plane I buy for a reason. I just love the balance of, you know, we've got the wide bodies back there, the narrow bodies. It's just, I love this shot back here, as you've probably seen from the thumbnail, just looking over there, all of the different colors of all the different airlines. It's truly amazing to just look at all of these. But I do also want to take this opportunity to kind of thank all of you for pretty much everything that's happened with this channel. It's absolutely been amazing. I want to thank all of you for subscribing, for liking. Even if you don't subscribe, even if you don't like, I just want to thank you for watching. I really enjoy making these videos, and I feel like this is a nice kind of milestone point to kind of just reflect on all of that. I want to thank all of you for, as I said, just being here, just for being a part of this community. It's a great little community we have, and yeah, I want to thank all of you for watching. If you do think I've earned it, I would very much appreciate a subscription, but only if you think I've earned it. Of course, I'm not trying to force a subscription onto you. But yeah, I want to thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.